So yesterday was a long, long day. It was about noon, 1 o'clock, and Bazinga bitch, whom I refer to as Zinga or Tom, uh, who I had mentioned in one of my videos before, had randomly finally asked to return the favor that he had always been giving us. When it came to raids, when it came to nightfalls, whatever, he would always lend a helping hand. And I get a message yesterday while I'm running bounties, we need a Titan. And if Tom's asking for help, you know the situation is dire. So I grabbed Alice and all her gear and took her along to see what was going on. And sure enough, they needed a Titan. And I had run with Al before, and along with Tom, so I kind of knew that it was going to be an intense team-driven thing. What I didn't realize is that we were going to have a rotating fire team for the next 10, 11 hours. And that we would have to retool the timing of a specific couple of strategies several times as we found what worked. Ultimately, we had a strategy that was, in theory, the best, but we couldn't get a team together to stay long enough to find it. So you clear out both sides as you normally would with Crota. Again, this is hard mode. This would probably also work on easy. I have not tried it yet. So you wait until you've got two Titans popping bubble, have their super. Then you get both bubbles in the windows of the boomers here, and you'll see. Just like that. And the team that came up with this lovingly referred to it as the purple boobies, which you will see in a moment. There they are. So basically what you're doing is it goes in a very specific order. Clear out both sides, try to make orbs any way you can, or you can just wait. Because until you cross the threshold of the door I'm standing in, you cannot and will not start the timer on these boomers. So you go out there with the two Titans, you pop the bubbles, the boomers can't do anything. They're useless, and the timing is just long enough with the right perks enabled. Basically everything extended. I've got the glass house helmet on, a couple other things, and extend the life of that bubble. And you do that, they're completely null and void. And if you don't kill them, no witch comes out, you negate that altogether. And for getting a first good solid run to get his health down, it's essential. Now, we have done variations where it's possible to do a second run the same way, but it takes more time than it needs to. So what we've found works is instead we kill the boomers, then we kill the sword bearer, then we kill the wizard that pops. Actually, no, and this time we actually did the reverse order. So, boomers, witch, wizard, whatever, sword bearer, and then we went to town on Crota's ass. And then it gets interesting because at that point the ogres pop. So I'll just kind of let that marinate for a second here and let you watch. Oh yeah, I guess we did pop the bubbles a second time just to protect ourselves. So, okay. And I'm doing this live commentary. It's the first time I've ever watched this video, and again, we've been at this a long time. And everything after the first round was all audibles called by my good man Al Capone here. Because we'd done it several different ways, and he was just trying to make sure we were adjusting as we went along because we'd all been on it way too fucking long. So clear the sides, pop the bubbles, grab the sword bearer, and go to town. Go back out, kill the boomers, kill the wizard, pop the bubbles again, pop the sword bearer, get a few hits in. Then you cross completely the fuck over to the right. So after the second run, the boomers are going to come out. You come underneath here. This is a brilliant strategy. I'm glad we found it. We didn't come up with it. But you pop a bubble down there, and there's your ogre right there. You don't even have to wait for him, so you're saving immense amounts of time. And the other ogre, because you're all in one place, is going to come right there and bottleneck, and you can pretty much sit there and just pummel his dumb ass. Once that's done, it's basically rinse and repeat time. Pretty good stuff. And if you can hear my voice in the background, I don't have the sound up very high, I just Jim's charge. Basically, you got to know what Titans you've got, and each Titan got to call them out by name and say their charge. So you know who's got what bubble when. And then at that point, we're heading back into the crystal room. Now, this tunnel, the hallway as I call it, is easily the most important aspect of the strategy, aside from the bubbles. Because here you can get a view of everything, you're relatively safe. You wait until the sword bearer comes out, and then you go to town. But we're being told at this point to take a breath. Communication is key, though. Making sure that we're waiting the right time for things to pop and things like that. But if you watch this video a couple times, you're going to notice a pattern emerge. Um, One that at the time felt like very random, but I'm seeing the pattern already, which is, you know, clear, bubbles, two swords, ogre, center. You know, it's pretty simple stuff. So just keep watching. There's a payoff, and I hope it helps everybody. Enjoy. And from here, it's real simple. Take out the boomers, take out the wizard, and then while they're working on the sword bearer, the two titans take the bubbles up. In this case, it was two other titans. I didn't quite hear the audible, so you're going to see me run out a little bit prematurely, and then whoop, and then try to get on the sword bearer. And at this point, it's really hard to kind of pay attention. And again, having four titans was good. We also had been joined by someone we hadn't played with all day, um, and to my knowledge hadn't played with before. And his voice was kind of distant, and he had a lag because he's Australian, I think. Um, so it was kind of weird. But ultimately, the coordination of making sure you've got an A team and a B team with the Titans really helps. Honestly, we could pull this off with three Titans very easily. And the other key was to have, at least for, you know, each sword bearer is going to have their own style. But I think that Cody found that invisibility was the game of the day. And you know, without him, we could not have pulled this off. And here I kind of lost a breath for a second. And he called, as soon as the oversoul came up, he just called damage on Crota, which scared the shit out of me. And then look at that. At the last second, we got it. Big thanks to Al Capone 1925 and Zingabitch for asking me to help out. So all it takes is persistence and patience sometime, and you'll get it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And as always, keep on grinding. Crota's face. See ya.